Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give this a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and tell a friend. All right, everybody, happy pre Friday. Um, on the docket today, we have £1,000 Roomies, Season 1, Episode 3, Kale-ing Me Softly. Okay, the episode titles are cute. Um, I don't know how I felt about this episode.
I was annoyed.
Why were you annoyed?
Okay, so I know we're gonna jump to like the middle of this, and the reason why I'm annoyed with this is because from what I they've shown us, the doctor is very irresponsible unless they're cutting things out, and I'm being honest about
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
because you gave us, and I'm going back to the fact that so far Jazz has only lost 60 pounds with a weight loss shot,
Mhm.
and I'm like, if she's barely eating. Did you guys not give her a diet to follow? Because when she talked to Dr. Nori, right, the doctor
Mhm.
was getting on her by not getting her protein in. I'm like, because she asked her like, "Oh, how was your food intake going?" I'm like, "Didn't you give?" And my first thing like, "Didn't you not give her a diet to follow to help her, knowing like she's pretty much at critical? Did you really let her out in the wild with just a shot, knowing she lives with someone who loves to cook and eat food and not the best of foods?" I'm like, are you joking? I was just highly annoyed at that. And for me, I could be wrong. I found that extremely irresponsible, especially given the patient. Okay, rant over.
Okay. So what I took from the middle part of the episode and the end of the episode, I feel she has been going to the doctor because the doctor asked her, has she is her protein up? Like, is she taking her protein? So she knows that it's a problem. These two, I don't think a diet would have worked. Um, and then at the end of the episode, when she pulled out that protein drink, I think that is what they're giving her to get her protein up. But they haven't addressed, for me, they haven't addressed the mental issues that Jazz has, because
True.
it's the mental issue of her getting to that weight in the first place, and now she's adding on top of that, um what was she saying, when with the doctor, like, I gotta lose this weight, I can't not lose this weight. She's putting additional pressure on herself. I
Hmm.
feel that she should be um in a therapist who's office who specializes in obesity and weight loss and stuff like that, because she started off with a lot mentally and now she's adding
Right.
to it, and I don't think Dr. Nori is addressing that. um
Good call.
yeah, and I I do think she's under supervision, because how else would the doctor have known that her protein was down?
Well, no, she didn't. Well, yeah, she has Hauser protein, and then it was more for, and I agree with you. I missed the key component there, which is the mental health, the therapist.
Mm-hmm.
But for her not to give her a plan, and do I agree with you? A plan wouldn't work for them. I do agree with you on that, but I
Mm-hmm.
think you have to give her something. But to your point,
Mm-hmm.
the mental aspect is at this point a bigger component than the actual diet itself.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think the doctor gave them a nutritional plan at all. She's not like Dr. Now, what we've become used to. Um, because the friend had to come over to clean out the refrigerator.
Right.
And I was just like, wait, what? Okay. But it also shows that Nisha is not doing this. But Nisha does everything. Nisha does everything. Jazz, you notice, as these 3 episodes, this is third episode, I think. Yeah. Like,
Yes.
she's like, Nisha, get me this. Nisha, do that. Nisha, cook. Nisha, clean the dog pee. Nisha, do everything.
Hmm.
She's not getting up. She's not mobile, and it's gotten worse. And that's probably the pain in her body, um, because she's not getting enough protein. And so her muscles are breaking down.
Agreed.
And so I wonder if she was counseled on that. Um, I don't know. This is just very messy. And I don't know. It's just strange how this episode went by. Let's say hi to everybody. Hello, Wendy. Jazz has one modes, either eats doubles time 4x4 or nothing. I don't even know what that is. Oh my god. Is that an order from the restaurant that they go to? Sonic? Because I've never been there. I There's one west of me, but I've never been. Hi Tracy. Hello everyone. Let's see. So done. Protein's very important, especially when doing these shots. Yep. Tracy, whether they show it on here or not, she has to go through therapy before the surgery. Yep.
Yes.
Hi, little lady.
Because if I remember right,
So
doesn't the therapist have to approve? Isn't the therapist one person who approves of surgery? They said, yeah, they can go or no, they can't.
yes. Didn't they do that
Okay.
to Tammy?
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Can y'all activate caption ability on your lives? I'm hearing impaired, and sometimes it's hard for me to understand what you, Debbie, and Jamal are saying. I don't think closed caption comes on until the replay.
That's been my experience. I tried it on the live one time and it said closed captions disabled. So let me double
Yeah.
check real quick. Let me just double check just
Um,
to be sure.
yeah, most likely that is not going to the closed caption is based on what I understood, it wasn't going to activate until
Yes.
the stream
So
is run through by YouTube, and then it'll come up a few hours later.
yeah, I just clicked on it. It says subtitles closed captions unavailable, and it comes on after it does come on after the live is rendered. I do know that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Wendy says, just dawned on me. She was a wild child. She says she gave her mom hell. So, did something happen to her to make her purposely gain weight or appear less attractive to men? She says she started gaining, well, she was, thick as a child and as a young adult. But after a bad relationship and a bad breakup, she started eating. So that's what she told us. The channel who created the live has to turn on caption availability. Okay, Wendy, it would explain why she's able to do lingerie vids online, but doesn't want to be seen in real life. Hmm. Um, I think something may have happened. It looks like she's also predisposed to weight gain because look at her mom and grandma's size. The mom wasn't that big though. The grandma was big. Um, it was In and Out Burgers, not Sonic. I've never been to In and Out Burger. I don't think we have any down here. Jamal, is that a West Coast burger?
I believe it is.
Okay. Have you been?
Yes. No, in my
Did
younger days, yes.
is that the one that does um like it's wrapped in lettuce?
They can do that, yes.
Okay. Next time I go out west, I'm going to try one for sure. I think she's just not following the program correctly. I would believe that, Tracy. I would definitely believe that. Wendy's double equals two meat, two cheese, and a 4x4 is four. Who wants four meat? Oh, wow. Is that a huge sandwich? The 4x4?
When you stack it, yes.
All I'm doing is making myself hungry. Oh my God. Exactly, Jamal. That's how it is in real life. Okay, so you do need the therapy. I wonder about them too, but I'm sensitive to it and assume the worst. Okay. All right. So what are we doing here? Okay. We find out that her family wants to give her 100% uh, support in this. Are we surprised? No. No. Um, we also find out that Jazz's knee pain is getting worse. We see Nisha. We see Nisha putting together a sea moss drink. She could have made that a whole lot better because
Yes.
in Barbados they do the same thing, but they mix the sea moss with supplement and a Guinness and blend it, and they call it stamina. Mostly guys drink it, but it's not that bad. I've tried it. Um, we find out that Nana and Jazz share a bed, but Jazz wants to get Nana her own bed in her own space. So this leads to the story for this episode where they're getting her a bug bed. Oh, sorry, y'all. They also have a secondary storyline with regards to the relationship between, is his name Joe or Joel?
Joe. That's why I took it. I thought it was Joe.
So it is with the L at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they also have a side subplot with Nisha and Joel's relationship and whether she wants to go out on a date with him or not. But I agreed with Nisha. Like, I'm not asking a man out on a date with me.
Right.
He should ask her if he's that interested. I
Exactly.
and him coming up there saying, well, she's either been in a relationship or I've been in a relationship, but y'all still find time to fuck. So there's been times in between, or y'all saying that y'all are cheaters. But if you find times to be friends with benefits, why have you never taken it further, Joe? I don't know. It's just weird, their relationship. Um, oh my god, they talk about stripper names. I think Jazz said that she'd be rotisserie. Can't remember what Nisha said her name was. Didn't care. But this is when we see Jazz weighing herself, and she's down to 570, so she's lost a total of 60 pounds. Um, let's see. The next scene is when they go to the park. I thought they made this more difficult than it should have been.
Yes.
It was nice to see her going out there and interacting with her daughter. And we saw Nisha and her mom come as well. Um, the daughter is so very cute. She's loves to be out and about with her little nucleus family there. I When Jazz started crying, I could not decipher whether it was from pain or what she ultimately said was, she wants to be able to interact with her daughter.
Right.
Well, you're taking the first step. Um, I She can't rush it.
Nope.
She can't rush it. And if she has so much pain, why isn't she addressing that with the doctor? I don't get it. Like,
And my thing is, what kind of pain actually is it? Is it joint pain, muscle pain? That's where I'm curious.
she said last week it was her knees. Was it
Right.
last week when she was trying to get in the pool? She's been citing her knees, but that was before she even, like, I think the knees have been a problem since before she started the shots. But now, like, I feel the pain is increasing not only in her knees but all over because of the lack of protein. Her body is basically giving out on her. I think
Exactly.
she's at critical mass. She's waited way too late to do this. Um, and honestly, like, Nisha could be more supportive. Like, she could still eat her junk food, but I would move it to my bedroom,
If you're gonna say you're being supportive, yes.
and just, like what she did. Hold on. Oh, let's just finish off the scene at the park because Jazz says that she felt that she's being selfish with the food and not being able to do for her daughter. And I think that is a harsh statement for herself because she was having mental issues. And
Yes.
sometimes that can interfere with better judgment. Be kinder to yourself. You're trying to make an effort now. It's not too late. But Nisha says Nisha's mom asks her what's going on, and this is where Jazz says that her whole body hurts, and Nisha says that she doesn't eat. Nisha thinks that the shot is bad for Jazz, and she's been in decline since she started taking the shots. The mother says it's not, says that it could be affecting her muscles. Well, no, the shot isn't affecting her muscles, but Nisha says she's losing the weight, but at what cost? I agree with Nisha on that statement, but again, your friend has to follow the directions properly.
Yes, that was the thing. I think that's what the doc. That's what I think that's what the doctor alluded to. That she wasn't, because she said, like, I told you if you keep going down this road, you were gonna have issues. So I think this is one of the issues.
Mm. Okay, so Jess and Nisha want it. Don't y'all think that's odd? She's 9 years old and just getting her own space. Not necessarily, because remember they said that she has autism and she relies on her mom. She's very, like, the two of them have a very close relationship. Um, so let's see here. Rotisserie chicken spinning around a pole. Yep, that's what it is. I don't blame Joel a bit though. They both playing games, either define a relationship or keep being, yeah, buddies. True, true. But I don't think Joel wants her that way. I think she likes him that way and realizes that he doesn't return the affection, and that's why she said that bullshit the other episode where she was like, I love him enough to see him love someone else. Girl, you are lying. Hi Steven, you're not late at all. Let's see. Y'all are so cute. Next we go to get furniture. I thought this was a bad idea because she has trouble getting in the back of the car, so I felt this was production.
Yes, for sure.
They take her to a mega store. She sits down. Jazz sits down as soon as she gets into the store, and the manager comes over. He's ready to help. Um, he's even willing to do a FaceTime when he goes to the furniture. But Jazz would prefer that Nisha go with him. Nisha doesn't want to walk. They go to the back of the store. They don't find anything. And Jazz says we'll just order it online, which they should have done in the first place, but
Agreed.
whatever. Um, we see that Jazz says that she hit rock bottom after going to the park. Um, again, where's your therapist? Where's your therapist? Nisha is trying to make Jazz be more mobile. I agree with that, but if she's in pain, why are you forcing it? Again, it feels like you're right. Like they have absolutely no guidance whatsoever, unless this is the storyline. God, I don't trust TLC.
Me neither.
Um, Nisha says that she needs a break because she feels like a lot of her time is taking care of Jazz, which is true.
This is
And she
true.
calls her friend Bree, and they go out, for a hefty meal. It was a lot. It was a lot of food. But Bree is willing to be there for Nisha. Oh my god. Bree's a mutual friend of both of the girls. Nisha says that she misses seeing her friend. And she cooks the food at home, and it hurts her that Jazz can't eat it.
Cook smaller portions. Ta-da.
Cook smaller portions and cook healthier meals. But again, I think she's used to feeding an army,
Yes,
and it wouldn't hurt Nisha if you cut down on some of them meals. It wouldn't hurt because I know you're comfortable at 425, but what you see your friend going through is going to be you. And 425 is not healthy.
no,
But I think she uses her weight as an excuse, though.
I
I
can see
really
that.
do. Mm-hmm.
I think for her, she she leans into it because it's comfortable for her.
Yep.
I don't I don't think she, because remember what she said, she's like, if I lose the weight, who would I be? Something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
And
that's
that all leads
interesting.
back to the church.
Right,
And her weight is also the reason why she doesn't think that Joel, like her and Joel, would be together. Because remember, she let it slip that she's the biggest woman that he's ever had.
right.
You're more than your weight, Nisha. Good Lord. Bree brings up a really good point. She says that Nisha and Jazz bonded over eating food. Um, Let me see. I thought that, but you said wait. They said that they met on a big girl not a website, a chat room or something, a
Something
forum.
like that.
So then it does make sense. Bree is hitting the nail on the head with that. And now Jazz can't eat, and so what are they bonding over if Jazz can't eat with Nisha? Interesting. Um. Bree asked Nisha if there might be a hint of jealousy because Jazz is really losing the weight. And Nisha says she did start going back and forth in her head whether she should or shouldn't do the weight loss program. Um, and this is where she says if she lost the weight, she wouldn't know who she was. And she hopes that if Jazz losing the weight, it doesn't pull them apart. That's very interesting.
It seems, and I could be wrong here, it seems as though um Nisha's weight is like her identity, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's the
Mm-hmm.
big girl. She said that she's the big girl, blah 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 blah. Oh shoot.
It's
And
also
then
her armor, in my opinion.
yes,
Yeah.
agree.
Stephen, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate it. Um, they were upset by size of Uber last episode, and they had that little car. Yep. I think that's why she swims a lot easier on the joints. Yeah, it's the best thing for her at her size. Um, she probably mistakenly ordered a regular Uber instead of the Uber XL. Hmm. This week she said it's all over body pain. Yep. Hmm. I wouldn't say she's way too late to do. Those shots have side effects, People smaller than her have had issues with them. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But if she's not eating, like how Nisha's saying, she's not getting any nutrients to her body.
Right.
And so when the body puts itself in starvation mode, it starts attacking viable things. Is that right, Jamal? Like when
It
it's in
is.
starvation mode?
So basically, when your body goes into starvation mode, it basically is looking for nutrients. So it will use whatever was already in your body that it can use.
Mhm.
Also, the thing is, when you're in starvation mode, when you do eat any nutrient, your body just sucks it up and holds onto it because it basically doesn't know when you're going to eat next.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, I had a big problem with this dog urinating on the floor because are they not going to get the mop, the bleach, the disinfectant, something? They use a kitchen paper towel to wipe it up. A Swiffer jet would have done. Why don't they have pee pads in there for the dog if this is an ongoing problem? They not gonna get their pet deposit back. I don't know. Anyway, we see Jazz calling the doctor for advice. Um, Nisha's in the background, saying comments about how she's not eating. I don't think that's productive. I don't think that's productive. And I think Jazz needs to be honest with the doctor when she's calling with the updates and give like a full synopsis of what's going on with her, what she is and isn't eating. I I, I don't know. What did you think about that? Did you think it was helpful for Nisha to be like screaming in the background she's not eating?
Not really. There's other way you could handle that. Like, be like, this has been her eating patterns. She's been eating like this. Like, what are your thoughts? Don't scream because what it does when you scream she's not eating, what that tells the person you're talking about is that you're a failure.
Mm,
Like you're
okay.
doing everything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why you don't really do that.
Good point. Good point. Um. Okay. So Jazz gets on the video call with Dr. Nori. She's having a lot of pain with her walking. Her legs are in pain, and Dr. Nori tells her that she can take acetaminophen or Tylenol to help with the pain management. Then Dr. Nori says, "What is your food intake?" And she says she eats once a day and she hasn't been doing um, getting the protein like how she should be getting. Dr. Nori tells her that it's very important for her to take the protein and the protein supplements. So what this told me, she said they gave her protein drinks and supplements. They didn't give her a diet.
Right.
And remember when they did the cheat day with the breakfast, and she ate two or three spoonfuls and she was done. So is that what Jazz is considering as eating one meal a day? Because that's not enough.
No.
Um, let's see. The doctor further says that um, she needs to. Okay, because she needs protein. The doctor says that she wants her to take a break from the shot so that she can get her protein levels up. If she doesn't take the protein, her muscles will break down and the body won't be able to hold her weight. The, and then we see the doctor say that she's going to be in a lot of trouble if she doesn't get her protein up. So the doctor just told her to come off of the shot. Is that correct?
Yes. To give her so she can get her protein up. My my theory is that the shot's effectiveness is good, but what it is though somehow is it's like a protein, maybe a protein synthesis type of deal where
Mm-hmm.
the shot does its best work when the body has protein or the shot absorbs proteins. It's something with protein that's very important because
Mm-hmm.
as we saw when she was on the couch, she said her medicine and then she mentioned her protein. So and they gave her they
Mm-hmm.
gave her the protein, she started to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's what's being portrayed to me. That's the way I'm reading it. I'll put it that way.
Oh, you mean what happens at the end of the episode, right?
Yeah, the shot. Somehow
That
the
was
shot.
scary.
Yeah, the shot and the protein work together in some way.
But wasn't she supposed to come off the show? Like, I guess we don't have the timeline context.
Right.
And yeah. Jazz needs a nutritionist to come to the house to teach her how to eat for her diet and taking these shots. She also needs to seek a mental and physical therapist. Dr. Now would have told her this. Yeah, yeah. I don't like that doctors she's seeing at all, giving her no help and is flat out rude. Well, we're not seeing all of it though. We're not seeing because the show isn't like solely focused on like how they do Doctor Now. It's just Doctor Now and the patients, and he gives them the what they need to do, their marching orders, and they go off and they fail. This one I think is more entertainment based. I think it's more entertainment based than actually making it like documentary style. I don't know. So they get this bed. Joel comes over. He assembles it. They're flirting. Jazz looks like she wants to throw up. And then like there's this really weird conversation where she's asking about doing the date and having a relationship. Um, y'all been together all of this time. You should know whether she wants a relationship or not. Stop wasting our time. But they want to put her on the apps. Nana comes home and she sees her bed and she loves it and she thanks everybody, including Uncle Joe. I love it. Um, Nisha takes Jazz out to dinner with friends, which is really good. I think I agree with Nisha on this. Jazz needs to come out of the house and socialize. She's a hermit. And I think it would help her with her weight loss and just being social and being around other people. That's my opinion on that. However, during the confessional, when her belly started rumbling, that shit was loud.
Yes.
So she is really full of gas because she's not eating. Holy cow! She. Oh well, never mind. The, I don't understand this. Then we find out that Nisha doesn't like men who have big, who are big or who have big bellies because between her belly and his belly, they can't be bumping, bumping bellies or whatever. That was very cute. Let's see. They think that she should date someone else. Like they don't like Joel. They think that that's a situationship. So they
Right.
want her to find somebody new from the apps. And I think they brought up really good questions like, so get on the apps. Are you going to do full body shots or just headshots? And they're like, no, do full body so that they know everything that it's coming with. And I thought that was very honest and brave of her. I don't know.
I agree. And it's fair because you know because her friends like you know how they do with the headshots. They see you in person. They're like, oh, you're much
Mm-hmm.
bigger than I thought. I'm like, that's true.
That happened to a friend of mine. That happened to a friend of mine when they met, when she met the guy in person. He said, your pictures, you're bigger than what I thought in your pictures. And I was just like, how rude. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Um, we also find out that Nisha has whole pictures in her phone, which is scary. Back at the apartment, Nisha is putting on a pink wig to take pictures for the dating app. Oh my God. She has a whole pink wig, but I've yet to see proper undergarments on this woman. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, If that's what she wants to do, congratulations. Um, this is when we get to that confessional where the two of them are on the couch and they're talking, and you can see Jazz visibly slowing down.
Hmm.
And hold on. Nisha gets up. I saw, I don't know if any of you saw it earlier. Moving Mad put out a video saying that Nisha abandons Jazz during a medical crisis. I don't think she abandoned Jazz. Like, I thought she got out of the way
Yes, because
for
he didn't know what was
someone
going on.
else to come in. So, like, child, the clickbait is real. But I didn't think she abandoned her from watching it. So the production person comes over, and then I think a medic. They're asking her, "Can you hear me? Can you say something? Do you know your name?" They're like gently touching her, and she was just blank for a good while. And then she started to talk, and she asked for her medicine and her bag, and they brought it over, and they gave her the protein drink. I remember seeing that. Um but that was scary. And then you saw um they had a black screen, and they said that a medic came and saw her on the site and said that she should seek medical attention right away. Like, what the whole holy fuck? And then we see them going to the car to go to the hospital and trying to get through rush hour traffic. Like, if that was so urgent, why didn't they call an ambulance? But anyway,
Exactly.
that was just me. But when she's able to talk, they bring the bag over, they cover her up with blankets, she's apologizing. um you know, how awful for her that she had a medical situation and she comes out of it and she starts apologizing. Like, no. Oh. um It was really touching. Before she went to the hospital, she's telling her daughter that she has to go to the hospital, that she's not feeling well. And I don't think the daughter fully comprehends what's going on. Thank God. Um, but I always wonder, like, who's staying with the daughter while the two of them are doing stuff.
Right.
But hopefully they can like drop her off to Nisha's mom's house or something. But we ended off with Jazz being scared that the doctors will find something wrong with her and make her stop taking the shot, but she cannot risk not having the surgery. She says it's physically hard and challenging, and no one understands what she's going through. Jazz is asking her Nisha to get to like speed up and get there um, because she's in a lot of pain. And Nisha says they're catching every red light, and she's having a bit of a meltdown behind the wheel trying to get her there. This is a lot of emotional stress on both of these women.
Exactly. Agreed. Which is why I agree with you. If you need to get immediate medical attention, where is the ambulance?
Oh my God. Hold on. Okay, so Tracy says something good here. Thank you for sharing, Tracy. I've been on the shots. You have to follow a new way of eating. You eat certain foods when it's time, not because you're hungry. She's probably not eating because she's not hungry, then not eating.
Got it. So it's
And
not
then
about
not eating the right foods. Okay, thank
right.
you.
It's not about being
Mhm.
hungry. It's about eating when it's time. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yes, Tracy, thank you for sharing that. When I get my shots, I'm calling you. She said, I've got a PTSD and bolted. Ooh. The doctor just stuck her on shots with no other guidance or assistance or diet. We don't know that. We don't know that. We weren't there like we all know when we in there with Dr. Now. He's giving you his book. He's telling you you're a fat ass, go do something about it. And he's checking in on you and telling you to go down to like, I don't know, the car wrecker and go and put yourself on one of those scales and tell him how much it is. Turn the laptop over to see how much it is. Like, we know what goes on with Dr. Now. But in this one, I think they have taken out too much. And that's why we're so lost with what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm lost completely. The way they've edited this down with the doctor, it,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I said at the beginning I was with little lady on this one. It's just like you stuck her out there in the wild with no guidance. But again, devil's advocate, maybe they cut that part out.
I think she knows exactly what she's supposed to be eating, or like how Tracy said, it's like timing. It's
Hmm.
timing with the shot, it's timing with when you eat. And that's how it is with a lot of medications.
True.
You can't eat certain things, and you have to eat like 1 hour before or 2 hours after, like, or sometimes both. Like, I have a family member who's like that. And you have to, like, you can't take the like, you have to take the medicine in 12-hour cycles, but you have to eat, I think it's 1 hour before and then again 2 hours after. And it's not a weight loss drug, but you just get into the habit. If you're serious about whatever you're taking this medication for, you really, really, really have to abide by doctor's orders.
Right.
Um, Auntie thinks it happens all the time, and Nisha was tired of seeing it. Oof. Oh dear. I wonder if that doctor order any other testing or lab work on Nisha to see if she had any underlying conditions like diabetes or anything before they stuck her on the shot. I think they would have. I think they would have run a full blood panel on her. That's the basics. Um, when you hello, that's the first thing that they do whenever you go into like the doctor's office, especially a first time patient. They want to get all that insurance money. Then putting that bunk bed up by the window made me nervous, but I'm assuming they're on the first floor. No, they're like on an upper floor. They're on the top floor. Remember, whenever they show their balcony, they're on the top floor. They're not on the ground floor. Um, I agree. I think they're losing a lot of content to the edit with the doctor. Yeah. And I think it's irresponsible. Like, they're not doing the doctor any justice.
I, I agree. That's what I was going to say. That's super irresponsible. To make like I said, I took it the same way little lady took it. And if I were the doctor, I'd be pissed.
I think it would have covered a blood panel, or at least the majority of it. I think it would have. Um, and she hasn't been to the doctor in 2 years, so she's long overdue.
Right.
And there's certain foods like fruits that help you cleanse your system. Your only meal can't be fried food just to eat. Oh, good point. Because even when you get the weight loss, the bariatric surgery, like, you really can't eat the fried foods because,
No,
like,
they say
Al
absolutely
Roker,
not.
Al Roker said when he went and got it, he had something a little bit greasy and he was on assignment at the White House and he exploded one of their toilets. So I'm just like, wait, what? So this is the beginning for her. She better get with the program and figure out how to eat to accommodate the weight that she wants to get to.
Exactly.
Them going to the drive through and ordering like screen 1, 2, and 3, those days are over. um oh my god, yes. You have to try to figure out every week how these dresses are standing up on her and we're not getting it. I I'm hoping there's elastic in the top of that. There has to be elastic at the top. If we're talking about Nisha's dress, elastic at the top, and then you take it and you tuck it under your boobulage, and then it'll kind of stay in place. That's what I'm assuming. I've been waiting to bring that up. I don't know why they keep showing the outside upstairs there on the first floor. She ain't walking up and down those stairs. What? So you think she's on the first floor? There's not an elevator in there? I remember. I thought y'all. Oh, I thought there was an elevator in their luxury apartment building. Um, let's see the episode with the silly string. They're out on the patio, not a balcony. Oh, good catch, Tracy. I've been assuming they've been in that top floor unit. I thought that there was an elevator. Oh no, Jamal, look how they lie to us.
But yeah, I thought the way they show because when they show on the scene, they showed the outside and they made it seem like they were upstairs. I'm like, really? Is it like a duplex type situation? Because I don't think Nisha can, not Nisha. I don't think Jazz can do stairs.
Nisha can't do them neither. Don't stop yourself. Nisha cannot do them either. Nisha's comfortable lying to herself. What? I'm not boo. Yeah, that was kind of bougie. But I thought it was California. It's bougie. My condo is 4 stories and we have an elevator.
Yeah, our building has an elevator too, so I think elevator should be standard.
There you go. And
Because
that looks
because
like
because
new construction. That doesn't look like old stuff.
because if you don't have an elevator, then you're cutting off potential applicants who are, maybe have
Yeah,
some sort of
88.
disability.
Yeah,
ADA, yeah.
yeah. Oh man. But good catch, Tracy. Thank you. Well, that's it for the episode. We see them like trying to get to the hospital. Um, More to come on this. Uh, I did I do feel bad for the grandmother because remember the grandmother said I hesitated to give you like support on this because if something happened, then I would feel like it was my fault.
Oh,
And
I felt that one.
yes. So now with this, like I hope grandma finds out about it now and not like in the moment. Like I feel bad for grandma and Poppy.
Yeah, Grandma said, but see, Grandma gave it her blessing because she's all, they've come a long way in these surgeries. She's all, they perfected them. She's all, they give me surgeries on left and right. So she's all, I'm okay. I was like, okay, Grandma, I get it.
Oh my god. But that wasn't bougie. That wasn't it was an honest like assumption. It wasn't bougie. I just thought, damn it. Yes, her Grammy is so sweet. I just don't see them walk into elevator either. Y'all so messy. Oh my god. All right, guys. That is it for this week. Um, we have some of our returning favorites coming back. What is it? Match Me Abroad? No, it's
Yeah,
Love Abroad.
Match Me Abroad.
Match Me Abroad is coming back. Have to figure out what day that starts, but we'll. Jamal, are you up for looking at that one?
I love that show.
Yes. And unfortunately, Whitney is coming back, but I don't think Whitney did very well last season. So we'll watch a couple of episodes, and if you don't tune in, then we're dropping her. I
Because it's gonna
cannot
be the same.
go.
It's gonna be the same storyline as the last 3 years. Same storyline.
Yeah, because she already did the embryo thing. That she
Yeah,
already did this with Heather, wasn't it?
she asked Heather to carry the baby.
Yeah, but that's when they went and counted her eggs and
Right.
all of that.
All that. All that.
We've done this already. We don't need to see this again.
Unless
Central Air
Glenn
and
has.
Kentucky Shack is the same comparison.
Unless Whitney. Unless Glenn is dating or has run away from home. I don't care.
Oh my god. Oh, speaking of Glenn, Tracy, you so wrong for that. But if I wasn't laughing so hard, I anyway, Jamal, did you see on Reddit Whitney's um social media post to Glenn wishing him like happy Father's Day? He's the best father ever.
No, I ignore.
And
I
it's
ignore her.
him like in a bathing trunks, like hugging a palm tree or something. I don't know if it was AI or not, but they went in on her for that.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay. I time to go back to that Reddit. Okay, perfect. Yeah, they stayed giving her reading Huddersfield on that. I'm like, oof.
are you watching the Virgin? Oh my god! Cause I go on with Heidi on Mondays. I always forget this. Have you watched the Virgins?
No, I'm just gonna binge it this weekend.
Tracy, is it good? Did y'all watch Thousand Pound Sisters? All five together. Now we're just a little more than Tammy and Amy originally weighed. I saw that filler episode that they put on. I saw like the last like 20 minutes of it. Um I saw when they got to the junkyard, the wrecker, and they went on the scale over there. And I thought that was amazing that the whole family now weighs just, it was just like 11 or 1200 pounds, but everybody, like, they showed how much weight everybody has lost. And of
Wow.
course, poor Amy, although she is not at her top weight,
Hmm.
she has put back on some weight,
Oof.
but it's nothing more than changing your diet.
Right.
And for her, changing her diet, eating to time, and a little bit more activity for her. You know, she's already had one surgery. She can come back, you know. Um and that's it.
All right, y'all.
So we will see you next week. So have a wonderful weekend, Jamal. Have a great weekend yourself.
You too.
Any final thoughts?
I mean, I'm interested to see. I'm hoping the edits get better and they give us more information because I just didn't like this episode the way they did the doctor because
Mm-hmm.
it's very misleading. It makes the doctor look negligent. That's what I just didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Like you really had to stay to the end to figure out that this girl is on, midway to the end to make sure that like she's on under some sort of supervision, and she knows what she's supposed to do. She knows that she's low on protein, and that's because, like Nisha says, she's not eating. Oh wow. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe and come back to us next week for more trash talk. Until next time,
Yes.
bye.
Bye.